After going 4 games without a win away from home, Arsenal have finally get their first away win after a 5-star performance in the London Derby. From Arsenal set-piece masterclass continue, to Saka Odegaard link-up play, to the title charge back alive, follow me as I break down the 4 things we learned from West Ham United 2, Arsenal 5. Welcome back to your boys channel once again. Before going into the breakdown, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe and also like and share. Thank you. Starting off with set-piece masterclass continue. After scoring a set-piece goal during the week against Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League, another game and another set-piece goal for the Gunners, being the best team in set-pieces in all of Europe, and is no other than the set-piece king, Gabriel Magalhaes. Dropping a 7.6 ratings, another goal from the set piece, 1 clearance and 1 blocked shot. Since his Arsenal debut in September 2020, Gabriel has scored at least 6 more goals than any other defenders in the Premier League. Scoring his 4th goals of the season, he has now scored same non-penalty goals as Bruno Fernandes since the start of last season in a less expected goals. This guy has been a key player for us. Opponent have found him as a threat in the box anytime we have a set piece. This guy deserves more respect and credit. He has learned more from the set-piece coach, we can see before his goal. We saw him communicating with the players. I think he was sharing the duty, telling them what to do, and also telling Bukayo Saka where he wants the ball. During Timber was asked if Gabriel told him to nudge Paqueta, as he said, "I can't tell you that. It's a secret." After his goal, he was also involved in Arsenal's 5th goal after West Ham United get 2 goals in a quick succession. Arsenal needed to respond and manage the game. Arsenal got a corner before the end of first half, which we saw Gabriel was punched by Łukasz Fabianski, and Anthony Taylor pointed to the penalty spot, and he was taken off before the second half due to injury, and Arteta confirmed after the game it was related to the previous injury that he had in Lisbon. With the niggle that he's feeling, we decided to take him off. And speaking of some injuries in and before the game, speaking of Ricardo Calafiori with a 6.6 ratings in 56 minutes. 2 clearances, 1 blocked shot, won 1 of his 2 ground duels and 2 out of 2 aerial duels won. He also had a good game before taking off in the 56th minutes, and we saw him speaking to Mikel Arteta and the physio maybe about some pain, as it was later confirmed by Ryan Taylor Sport. He has had a few niggles in the past few weeks. Obviously, he had a fairly serious knee injury, so we've had to manage his minutes. Today we did the same. And before the game we got a report concerning the team to face West Ham United, as we got injury rumors from Simon Collings. It sounds like Mikel Merino is one of those who is struggling in the build-up to today's game. And it was now later confirmed Mikel Merino is out due to knee issues and Thomas Partey muscle issues. Looking at Thomas Partey injury record, he has only suffered muscle injury twice, which the first took him out for 24 days and the second 8 days. After an excellent performance he's had this season and being the best midfielder this season for the Gunners, what do you think of Thomas Partey and Mikel Merino injuries? Do well to drop in the comments section below. It was a late injury blow for the Gunners, as he saw arriving at the London Stadium despite the injury, so Mikel Arteta had to turn to a certain Jorginho, dropping a 6.9 ratings. 62 touches, 83% accurate passes, 2 out of 3 accurate long balls, and also won 4 out of his 6 ground duels. After signing for Arsenal back in January 2023, and also renewing his contract last year May, he's out of contract next year June, and many clubs are in contact with him. Looking at what Jorginho has brought to this team, he have this creativity pass and also ability to calm the game. With the injury of Thomas Partey, what do you think of Jorginho? Does he deserves a new contract? Moving on to the second thing, Saka Odegaard link-up play. Since the return of Odegaard, Arsenal football is now flowing with ease, especially the right-hand side. There have been so much creativity from the guy. It was another brilliant performance from the captain, dropping a 7.8 ratings. 1 goal scored, 89% accurate passes, 2 key passes, 2 out of 3 accurate long balls. Their link-up play is just there to be seen. As Jamie Redknapp says, Saka and Odegaard linked up beautifully at times. It just shows everybody what Odegaard does for this team. He knits it together. He is the glue in the team. He is an absolute joy to watch, and you see how much better they are with him. And speaking of the Starboy, another great performance from him today, given the official Man of the Match award, dropping a 9.2 rating, 1 goal scored and 2 assists, 1 shot on target, 2 successful dribbles, and 1 penalty, one which he gave to Odegaard. 4 key passes, 2 big chances created, and 4 out of 10 duels won. Apart from Odegaard being the architect of this team, Bukayo Saka has turned himself to be the point man in this team. Anything that must come out of this team must come through him. He was in 4 of Arsenal 5 goals in this game. He has now scored 5 goals in the Premier League this season and assisted 10. Only Bukayo Saka and Mo Salah have scored and assisted in 4 different Premier League games this season. And only 2 players have been directly involved in 15-plus Premier League goals this season. This guy is on another level right now. As he said after the game, "I'm constantly looking to improve, create, and score goals for this team. I'm doing that right now and enjoying my football. I like to score and create, but biggest pleasure is 3 points, and is of no surprise that this right-hand side is becoming more creative than before, and it has to be the work of Jurrien Timber with a 6.4 ratings. 1 clearance and 6 out of 12 ground duels won. Jurrien Timber won more duels and 1 more fouls than any other Arsenal player versus West Ham, while nobody completed more take-ons. And only Bukayo Saka had more touches in the opposition box for the Gunners. He was bombing up and down the right-hand side. He has made that right-hand side more flowing, more creative. Do you think if Ben White return, who will be the starter? Moving on to the third thing, dominant performance after going in a 4-away run without a win. Also, we saw West Ham beat Newcastle 2-0 away from home in their last game, despite beating them here 6-0 last season. We know it will be a hard fight for the Gunners, suffering 2 defeat last season from them, and also our injuries blow ahead of the game. So many Arsenal doubt if it's gonna be an easy game, but going into the game, the first half was electrifying, as we dominated the game, having 3.4 expected goals, 5 open play shots, 67.8% possession of the ball, 76% field tilt, 28 final third entries, and 3.1 expected threats created, but we conceded 2 goals in the first half, which is avoidable. As Mikel Arteta says about the performance, "We made it crazy. We played so well at the start of the game. We have to manage the game. We did that really well. The last 2 games were tricky, and to score goals is a big one," as he said concerning the goals we conceded. Conceding 1 wasn't a problem, but conceding 2nd straight away, you just give them hope. That's something we have to improve, learn from it. Once your opponent is there on the ropes, you have to make sure that they stay there and they have no hope. But with that, it was a great win and a great performance from the Gunners, and another standout performance is Leandro Trossard in our last game against Sporting Lisbon. Martinelli was not that involved in the game except his goal. The right-hand side was not that flowing in the game. Mikel Arteta needed to try out Trossard in the left-hand side. He was magnificent, dropping an 8.2 ratings, 1 goal scored and 1 assist. 1 shot on target to key passes, 3 out of 3 accurate long balls, and 1 big chance created. Leandro Trossard was flowing also in the left-hand side. He's given Arsenal that creativity in the left-hand side, making Arsenal look balanced in the attacks more than the last game. Do you want to see him start in the game against Man United on Wednesday? Moving on to the fourth thing, title race charge back alive. Following our win against West Ham, Arsenal are now 2nd in the table, only behind Liverpool with 6 points, who have a game in hand with Manchester City. So what are your thoughts on our performance against West Ham and also our upcoming game against Man United on Wednesday in the Emirates Stadium? Please drop your opinion in the comments section below. We have come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching my video. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, like and also share this video. Thank you.